Page 33, Sailing, a very famous melody. 6/8 time, we're still in 6/8 time, so remember, eighth note gets a count. Dotted quarter notes is 3 counts. A dotted half note is 6 counts. Okay. At the top of the page, they're introducing you to a new musical symbol that you need to memorize and know forever and ever and ever. It's a dot with a half circle. Now, the half circle can be above the dot or below the dot. That's not important. But it's a dot and a half circle. That's a fermata. It is a hold. You see, when I say the beat goes on, well, there's exceptions to that. This is one of them. This is a hold. So the beat sort of doesn't go on. You're just holding it out longer. How much longer? What feels right. Now, when I'm playing with a metronome and I want to stay with a metronome, I just double the value of the note. Look at the last line here. In the second measure, you see the fermatas there above each staff. They have to have a fermata above each staff because both hands have to hold something. Otherwise, they wouldn't be together anymore. So you have the hold above those notes. So instead of 2 counts, you're just going to hold them out until it feels right. Or if I do it with a metronome, I'll hold it for 4 counts and then go on so I can stay with the metronome. The point is you're holding it longer than it typically is supposed to be held. Now, between you, me, and the fence post, most people, when they hold a fermata, will actually hold it a set number of beats. They won't know how many beats they're holding it because they're not counting them. But we have a beat feel. And you can feel this best when you're dancing. You can feel the beat. You feel the natural accents when you're dancing. So as we're going through this, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even in a hold, you're still feeling this 1, 2, 3, 1, bump, 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 bump. And it'll feel right after a certain number of beats. It just works out that way. It's just the way we're built. No rule says you have to. It's just the way. And when people are listening, they're listening. They're feeling these beats too, assuming you are. And it'll feel right to them if you're doing a certain number of beats. You don't really have to worry about it. You don't have to make it happen. You just hold it out longer than it's supposed to. You hold it out till it feels right and then go on. Close enough. Let's look this over. Right hand first. Key C major, did I mention that? Do the C major scale, blah, 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 okay. Right hand here. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G sharp, just second finger, 4, 5. And hold that down for 5 counts, and then third finger. Again, we take advantage of the repeated note to change hand positions. Stretch out a little bit. And again, we've got 2 C's there, so we're going to change hand positions. Because we have a D coming up, and we have to get ready for that. Now during the rest, you can go back down. Actually, I stay here and I reach down. I like to feel my way around a keyboard, and so I stay fairly close to the keyboard. I reach down, and then I can collapse. Now at the end of the third line, you played it with second finger, and then the last note's going to be with thumb. This prepares you. And the fermatas, I do those when I do the articulation. Right now, I just a regular quarter note. So the second measure of the last line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then fourth. Again, we take advantage of the repeated notes to change hand positions. Yeah. We'll do the fermatas later. Left hand, well, you got chords. 1 chord, C chord, then the 4 chord, 2 rest, 2 rest. 5, 7 chord, third measure, second line is a D F sharp. Okay, and the next one is a 5, 7 chord. They don't need the natural sign. It's a natural anyway, but there's no harm in putting it. It's clear this way. It's definitely an F natural. Last line, left hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. And the last note is a new note. 2 ledger lines below the bass clef is a C, way down here. Memorize that note, it's important. All notes are important, but you're going to get that note a lot. 2 ledger lines below bass clef is a C. Just know it. Put the hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. That's a rest. 5. Rest. During the rest, come down. 4, 5. Reach up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, on beat 6 in the second line, both hands are resting. So you get 1 beat of rest, and then you go on. So you put the hands together, and then go back through the hard, tricky parts and get rid of the hesitations. So it is a steady beat at whatever speed you choose. And then we add in the articulation and the fermatas. You're going to connect this as best you can. And then lift up. So just lift up. It's like taking a breath. Of course, during the rest, you have to lift up. These chords in the left hand, connect them as best you can. And when the staccatos, I'm flexing at the wrist, and they're short staccatos. I'm on the key and I'm bouncing off. 1, 2. So it's. That's sort of how the articulation works. Now on the last line with the hold, connect. Left hand, connect this. Just hold that out. When it feels right, go on. Okay. The half pedal at the end, don't use pedal on this. No. That messes this up thoroughly. Don't use pedal on this piece. It kind of needs to bounce along, sort of. I mean, you're connecting this, but we don't want to connect these. Leave them separated. As far as the speed goes, well, we're back to lively, but it's the feel of it. And yes, it goes, you feel it in 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Swaying. How fast would you sing it if you were going to sing it? That might slow you down a little. It's up to you. But it has to be accurate, so don't go faster than accurate. Then dynamics. I forgot dynamics. Shame on me. They don't do a lot with dynamics, unfortunately. MF, mezzo forte, is moderately loud. That's the melody. Whatever you think sort of loud is. When you're playing the whole thing about that speed, or that dynamic, the left hand needs to be soft. We want to hear the melody. Now, if your lively is this, if that's your lively, that's good enough. You got to take it your speed. You can speed it up when you go through the book again and again. That's fine. I like to play it with you very slowly. Let's check the notes and the rhythms. The fermata, I'm going to hold that 4 counts instead of 2 so I can stay with the metronome. I'll give it 6 counts. Let's just try it slowly together. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold 2. 2. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest.